Greetings, Ernest, the Grueling Truth, here with UC Bearcat alum, Melvin Levett. So, Melvin, tell us about the UC Bearcat Jam.
Okay, well, Bearcat Jam is a team put together of former Cincinnati alumni basketball players. And the TBT basketball tournament is something that's been going on for the last couple of years now, where they've allowed, former college or former universities to put their basketball teams back together and participate for charity. But also there's a big prize involved as well. There's a $2 million prize for the winners, which fans get a chance to share in those winnings as far as going on and registering themselves as a fan for the team, for whatever respective team that may be. But I thought it was a good opportunity for us to kind of get our Bearcat family back together again as far as our basketball tradition goes. A lot of guys have kind of, went their own ways over the years. A lot of guys are out of town doing their respective things, but this is one way that we can kind of look to in the summertime to have like a, one of those old get-togethers all over again by producing a team for this tournament and have guys support it.
Sounds great. Yeah, I was going to say, I know the Bearcats had a strong showing in the Big Three last year with several of your alums winning the title.
Yeah, Kenyon Martin, James White was on that team, Trilogy, that won that championship. But having, four Bearcats in that thing in total, with DeMar Johnson and Ruben Patterson representing the other two, I think it was great for the league and just showed that, Bearcat basketball, produced some pretty good athletes, pretty good basketball players over the years.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, the history of UC has been phenomenal in basketball. So with your current team, you're the GM?
Yes, I was selected to be general manager / coach of the group. So far, we've been able to amass several guys on the roster for registration so far to be locked in to play this summer. We're looking to add at least 10 to 11 guys to the roster, so we got the bodies to be able to compete and things like that. But again, I think it's just an exciting opportunity for, again, our basketball program to, keep the wheels turning, and a lot of the things that we've done over the years, the guys that have invested into our university over the years having a chance to come back and represent it again. And then, the newer faces that have just came to the university as of the last couple of years, getting an opportunity to mix with a lot of the old faces from the older generations of basketball teams, and just trying to bring this thing together real nicely.
Sounds great. So it sounds like it's going to be a nice mix of recent Bearcats and then alum. Excellent. Do they have to try out, or is it more just a...
What I did with this process was I sent out just open invitations. Sent out about 15 to 20 open invitations to players, that I knew that were either a couple years removed from playing basketball professionally, or they're still involved in it right now. And the idea is, was to kind of get guys that were in shape, and able to run up and down the floor to compete. Not saying that guys that haven't ran up and down the court can't compete. It's that you would like to have the fresh legs out there to do the brunt of the work, and if you can add a bruiser in there in between and grab rebounds and muscle people, then we're going to throw one of those guys in, and we got a couple people in mind. When that goes, we'll let the Bearcat fans just kind of play with that one a little bit, as thinking that who could that mean guy be in our middle. But again, we just want to get guys together, man, and enjoy this opportunity to again come together and do what it is that we love to do. Again, at the same time, paying homage to the university that gave us that opportunity to come in and become a student athlete.
Nice. Yeah, I was going to say, anytime you can get back to the university is a good thing. I know recently, as within the last year, they did a reunion for that Final Four team.
Yes.
Donating a lot of the money from that to like a scholarship fund, so that's always a good thing.
Yep. Always good. Always good last couple of years, and the new arena coming in next year, we got a pretty good basketball schedule as well of conference opponents. So maybe, we can, restore, some of the excitement that was here in the city going back to the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I can imagine with the new Fifth Third Arena how excited people are. Like you said, last year's regular season went really well, so there's a lot that they're building on.
Definitely. It's a good opportunity again for us to kind of, I would say capture a flag type of deal. We've been in a situation these last couple of years where, in our eyes as Bearcat basketball players, we've always thought that we were, the better teams, no matter who we played against. And definitely when it came to the crosstown shootout, we always felt that, no matter what the rankings were in that game, it was always going to be a battle, but it was going to be a battle that we should win. And over the last couple of years, it hasn't been that way. So hopefully, this year going into a new arena, a lot of excitement, a lot of new things, we can kind of recapture that flag a little bit and start taking more control of that game, which is the crosstown shootout, like we used to control that game.
Exactly. And with that being one of the crown jewels in the NCAA calendar, definitely you want to stake your flag there. That makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a great non-conference game, but at the same time, it's one of those that connects you a lot of respect when it comes to voting when the NCAA time comes around here. For NCAA voting, you wouldn't beat a team like that, which, Xavier may be ranked this year again, so that's always good. But again, that game doesn't matter, if you're ranked or not. It's just a backyard brawl. And again, we've lost kind of sight of really what that game has kind of been about. Guys don't have that meaning, so to speak. How serious the game is, and the respect, of the game has kind of been lost as well. Guys don't, see each other as much as they used to during the summer, like we used to. We would see those guys all the time. We would play open gym all the time, whether it was at their place or our place. That doesn't happen anymore. So therefore, when this game comes around, there's not a mutual respect for one's talent and one's skill and what one does. So therefore, you kind of get a lot of ugly moments, in the game. We never had those moments in our games, even though we didn't like each other as much as we did, because there was a mutual respect for one's ability and one's talent. And again, like I said, we saw each other all summer. So it wasn't like, you went all year and all of a sudden I'm seeing this guy in this Musketeer jersey and all respect is lost. You know what I'm saying? I think, again, this game has meant so much to this city that I think, we need to really get that thing back on track. It needs to stay on campus from now on. And at the same time, we need to, again, respect each other's prowess.
Definitely. Did you all end up playing a lot in, say, the Devereaux League?
Yeah, we would see each other every summer, man. It was always, again, whether if it was Devereaux Summer League or us going over to that old field house that they used to have, or them coming over to the old Lawrence Hall or the old Fifth Third and run open gyms. Or again, like I said, we see each other in the nightclub scene. We were always around each other. We always saw each other. So again, it wasn't this, animosity. You wanted to win the game, yeah, it was animosity amongst the university, but when you got on the floor, it came to players, there was no animosity at that type of degree, because again, it was a mutual respect.
So the basketball tournament, are you excited about how they use the Nick rules at the end of the game?
Excuse me, say it again, sir?
Do you like the fact that they use the Nick Elam rules, where instead of fouling and all that craziness at the end of the game, where it goes from a time game to a points game?
Yeah, the format is really different. I enjoy that whole idea of just changing the game just a little bit, just tweak it up. They've shortened the games as well to get more quality play, out of the teams. And again, I think the rule changes in a lot of ways. I think will kind of make it interesting as far as this TBT tournament goes. They've adapted, a cool format as to, when you advance and things like that. You take your card and take your card from one bracket, and you advance it on and put it into the next, which the NCAA I saw this year and did some of that little similar thing as far as, taking a little bit from the TBT, which is a cool deal because if they're borrowing from each other, it's just something that feels like it could be around for a long time. The TBT has done a good job so far with, again, the way they've run things, the rules, the media coverage, sponsorship coverage, all those good things that you need, to make a successful tournament. Dan Friel and those guys at TBT have done that. And what we want to do is just want to become, intricate part of it, and become one of those teams that they can depend on each year to be in it, but become a team that, our fans, can gravitate to. With the Midwest region being in Columbus this year, we're looking to really get our fan base up as far as fan votes to come on up and, possibly, root us on. It's just so close. It could be a home game for us. But the fan vote, again, is key. Going on, registering as a fan at the Bearcat Jam website on Facebook, or following me on Twitter at Bearcat Jam on Twitter, sorry. But it's just, again, becoming a loyal fan. If you're a Bearcat fan, you loved what, these guys did in the past. If you appreciate good basketball, we're going to put out a good product. We urge people to go out and become a fan in the fan form of Team Bearcat Jam, and you can cast your vote as many times as you want to raise your personal payout. Right now, we got personal payouts if we were to win the tournament. The highest being $40,000, and the lowest being $500 right now. But again, the more you go on and vote, the more you can increase your winnings personally. So we look forward to getting the word out a little bit more and bringing more attention to the Bearcat Jam page on Facebook, also on Twitter. But again, bringing attention to the fact that we will be a part of this thing the next several summers. This is not something that I just want to do for one summer. If we continue this on summer after summer, I want to look to put together a basketball team that would represent it, definitely to the fullest extent. And the charitable cause that we're getting behind this year is the Cincinnati Pregnancy Center. We want to obviously do something of a major magnitude. And here in Cincinnati, the Pregnancy Center has done amazing things for women around the city. And personally, I have a couple friends who have had some unfortunate circumstances happen where they had to seek out help from the Pregnancy Center. So anything I can do, to help them out, to get the word out about their cause or really help raise money for them, that's what we're going to do. So the Bearcat Jam TBT basketball team will be representing for charitable cause the Pregnancy Center in Cincinnati. And that's exclusive, James. I just put that out. You're the first person to hear that. So your podcast is getting that information first.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was going to say that is amazing, how you all are giving back to charity and giving fans of the Bearcats someone to cheer for in the off season, because unfortunately, how it is this time of year, there's not a lot of sports. Yeah.
Well, with the Big Three, again, that's going on, and again, we got representatives of our university with Kenyon Martin and James White being back in it. That's going to be a summertime event that takes place, but also this event that begins in June and goes through July will be another one of those summer events that'll get you through your summer, that'll lead you right up to your fall college football. That'll take you right through, your college football season, right into your NCAA basketball. So, we're looking to kind of just fill the void for some people who have interest in summer hoops, who are, sports fans. But again, like you said, give them something if you're a fan of the Bearcats, give them something to root for over the summer.
Excellent. And as opposed to, say, the big three, you don't have to worry about the captain not showing up to the game, because that's still...
Well, yeah, that's definitely something I think the big three need to work on. Making sure guys are, where they need to be. I know guys have travel things that happen and they have unfortunate family things, but, if you're a catalyst to that team and, you're a captain, I think you need to be there and show your face. So we won't have that problem with the TBT. All guys that's involved and have committed so far are guys that will be playing at the tournament. We're not putting out guys that we're wishing that we would like to have on our team or are thinking about playing. If you're not in, then we're moving on. That's the whole idea about making sure this team gets set up, making sure everything is organized. Not saying you can't be a part of it as a coach or as a booster, but as a roster player, we need to have our ducks in a row and get guys set up. And so far, again, we have those 4 to 5 guys already ready to go. Looking to get 5 to 6 more around them. Those 5 guys are, if I can name drop them right now, are Octavius Ellis, Rashad Bishop, Cleonte DeBerry, Deontay Vaughn, pending invitation, Deion Dixon, pending invitation, and Marvin Gentry is on the roster. So there's 4 on the roster. We got 2 pending invites right now. Deontay Vaughn gave me his confirmation. I'm just waiting for his video to be posted on our team web. But other than that, the other invites that went out to Shaq Thomas, Troy Calpain, Kevin Johnson, Yancey Gates, and Justin Jackson. So we're looking to add a couple more guys around these guys for some more firepower. But at the same time, looking to get some more legs and more athleticism. Some faces that people can relate to and enjoy.
Excellent. So if fans are wanting to be a part of it, they're wanting to get that percentage, they go to what, the basketball?
They go to thebasketballtournament.com, click on our team, Bearcat Jam, Cincinnati alumni, register at that point to follow all the prompts. Takes just not even, I think several people got back to me and said it didn't take them 30 seconds.
Yeah,
to go on and register and become a fan and vote. Doesn't even take 30 seconds. And again, it's free. It's not a lot of information. I know a lot of people get reluctant to go online and register for certain things, figuring that their personal information will be sent all to these different places. The process is simple. It's very easy, and it don't cost you anything.
Wow, that is awesome. So it doesn't cost anything. You can win money. You can support the Bearcats.
Right.
And you can support,
exactly.
What was that great cause you were saying about pregnancy again?
Again?
What was that great cause about pregnancy that you were...
It's the Pregnancy Center in Cincinnati. The cause that we're playing for.
That is awesome.
Again, a great charitable cause. Again, a lot of good things that we're doing to, again, restore the lure to our basketball program. They've done some good things on the court the last couple of years, making those guys as an ambassador at the university, being a Hall of Famer, a graduate, all that good stuff. I plan to try to keep the good things going off the floor as well for our university. So this is one of those good steps in the right direction for us to kind of keep continuing being ambassadors and doing good things for our university.
Sounds great. The event's going to be going June 29th through August 3rd. And like you said, there's going to be a game up in Columbus, Ohio. So, Melvin, we definitely want to have you back on to,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Introduce some of the teammates to to our fans, and then just reminding people about how they can sign up and support the team. Right now, I believe the support's at $220. And
this rate's rising. I've been checking this as I get to school. We were at 167 when I got back home last night. And all of a sudden, we made a big jump to 205. And now, like you said, it's over 220. So people are getting the word. We're trying to get out in the media. This is my first podcast I'm doing, or my first media, anything I'm doing about the TBT tournament. So I appreciate the opportunity to come on and get the word out. And now we're going to try to, hit some other places and, man, get this thing out and get these votes up. So we're number 1 going into voting. The top 9 teams Okay, as far as fan support in each region, it's in the tournament for free. Right now, we're number 9. I don't feel comfortable being 4, 3. You know what I mean? Maybe even 1. But at least if we can get to that 4 or 5 range, I know for a fact that we won't be able to be bumped out last minute by somebody who gets a lot of fan votes and takes that number 9 spot from us. It's like that, fight for that last position in the playoffs. You know what I mean? You don't want to be that last team in the playoffs fighting for that last position where anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure your team is up in a position where they've already locked in their seating, they're already locked in their place. So we're looking to get our fan votes up to secure at least a 3rd or 4th position.
Sounds great. We wish you the best of luck with that. Like I said, we'll have you on the show. We'll talk it up again in the future. And go Bearcats.
Yeah, next time I'm on, I plan to have some giveaways and good stuff like that. So we'll make sure we bring some knickknacks for some of your fans, and if they're going to, chime in or maybe send in